Perfect. Thank you very much for the invite. So I know that we have like pretty short time. So okay, I want to give you some recommendations. Like those are probably basic recommendations, but it's key and it's definitely something that you have to do also in Latin America. The first one is we have to be sure that we create a profile and highlight how do you want to be positioning. So I put here an example. So if I want to approach someone that is on the cybersecurity industry, think about yourself and how are those highlights that you can put in this part of LinkedIn about what words or what keywords do you think the person do you want to approach or reach maybe could be interesting for them. So it's not only LinkedIn social a channel where it's expected to be used just for look for job. I think in Latin America there is still some of gap of learning about how you can exponentiate this tool. But well, we are on the transition that we can really create a great network and of course potentially look for customers. So we have to be very, very sure that with those who we want to talk, we are able to create a profile that really match and makes sense when someone wants to connect with you. And I think this is for Latin America and of course worldwide. I'm putting here two points that or recommendations that if you are a salesperson, expect to be a consultant or build your profile as a consultant. Some information that we have in Latin America is that if you know that someone wants to sell something, immediately the brain blocks the conversation, and you don't want to talk with someone that wants to sell. So this is also changing. I've been on the IT industry for some years, and the profiles are also changing because people don't want to hear or see what is already published on a web page of any website. So be sure that if you have also in your name that you are a salesperson, try to change and put something related to a consultancy, someone that will be really add value, and mainly on the B2B. So this is a big recommendation because actually myself, if I see that someone sells, here in Mexico, there is a security, a banking company, and I have received like at least 10 people that wanted to connect with me, but I already know that they just want to sell me. So people, as I mentioned before, people don't want to talk with someone that want to sell something. They want, remember that everyone are in challenging on the day by day, but reach the goals of the company, to dealing with probably with how we can make our teams more effective, more creative. So try to define something that really make to build the approach with that target audience, and start removing from our head that we want to sell something. Because as soon as people, at least in Latin America, if they perceive that, then be sure that they won't accept your invitation. Okay, so another very important thing. So we have to build our personal brand, and LinkedIn, it's just as an extended version in this network. So we have to ensure that we have presence and also share content that is really valuable for the persons that we want to connect. So be sure that you post at least 2 or 3 days a week, and remember, try to share relevant content in your network. I see still so many practice that we always let's see, if I work for a specific company, I'm always like posting that my company is the best, my company is the best. I mean, it's okay if you do it regularly, but the customer doesn't want to know that your company is the best. The customer or the prospect wants to know what values or what insights are important and are related to what they, on their day by days, on the challenge, on the business, on the industry, they are inside. So try to those that are already being that are doing this like too much, try to put the customer interest before that, saying that your company that our company is the best. Everyone say that our company is the best, so customer wants to really hear something different. Okay, so I put here an example. If you want to talk with a CEO and decision makers from the automotive industry, think about how what information should be relevant with them. If you are in the technology industry, probably one of the concerns from this CEO is make more effective the production of the plant or the delivery, etc. So just as in the marketing side, we need to ensure that you have a clear definition of the target, and mainly that you really understand what are their pains and the challenge, and that's the way how you will really approach to this possible target. Okay, so I put here an example. This article was created for Forbes Mexico. And I make I change a little bit the message. The message was in Spanish, but as I have many contacts also from all parts of the world, so I decided to make this post as you see right now. It's related that 15 manufacturing companies from Germany, Japan, US will invest about $400 million in Mexico over the next 2 years. So this represents a lot and probably open the vision for anyone that is in this industry or that are really targeting this industry in their as their company goals. So this is just an example. I didn't create this post, but I shared it and make some changes. So the post, I received 99 likes from my contact, for my network in LinkedIn, and the post arrives to 11,000, almost 12,000 views on the network. So if I'm saying that I'm helping all my companies to grow and align these business goals, that I support on sales, that I am the manufacturing industry, that I am the security industry. So I am being, I am really connected and building a communication around how I created my profile, the information that I am sharing, and the people I am connecting through LinkedIn. So it's very, very important that you create this, or that you share relevant content. Here I'm putting like any brand name. There is just a picture, but this is a topic, a number one topic, and manufacturing is one of the most important industries in Mexico. So LinkedIn cannot be, or LinkedIn strategy cannot be disconnected for the business goals from the marketing strategy, and everything must be working together to really help to read with the goals from the company. So, well, this was just an example. I made it like actually 1 week ago. And again, if you don't feel like ready to create your own content, you can just go through actually to local content. Try to, for those companies that are not based in Mexico, or that are like trying to understand the market, or in Mexico or any part of Latin America. Another good practice is that you follow the local newspapers. Most of them will be probably in Spanish, but you have Google for translated. And that's the way how you can start getting information from very, very local for insights from the very, very local country or cities that you are trying to approach. Another one is try to join group of interest. So I think probably this is a worldwide trend, is that it's difficult that you connect with someone that not necessarily have a connection with someone that you already know. So if it's so many contacts before that you want to connect with another with a possible prospect, I do recommend to try to join a group of interest where your target or your CIO for that specific manufacturing industry is in that group. So try to target. You can visit the profile, for example, of the people that you want to connect. You just see which one will be, of course, also interesting for you. And that will be probably can be a first connection before that you can try to connect with that content, with that person. Sorry. So be sure that you try to connect with your target audience through different channels. Sorry, try to interact with their content, and well, I will go with the next one. Is anyone have any question? We're okay. Any comment?
No questions for now. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sure. Perfect. So, well, number 4, create your own content. So once you feel comfortable, same as in Latin America, once build your own content makes you really being positioned as a reference on the industries. Here are some publications that are related with women in technology and cybersecurity. That's one of my interests. Digital transformation in the public sector before and after COVID. And well, the last one, it was an old publication around Christmas holiday, and well, related to cybersecurity. So we go with the next one. Sorry, so this is very, very important. Again, there are so many public information, and you just have to dedicate some time to define exactly what do you want to share and how do you want to create that content. Some insights that I can share with you for the approach for Latin America is don't try to sell at the very first approach. Again, try to connect with them through valuable content. Something that has and some very good practice that I have for my own is create webinars. You can create a series of webinars that help to ensure that the people ensuring that this connection, you are like nurturing this connection through LinkedIn to the webinar. And then now that we have opportunity to attend to presential events, you can create a journey that also includes an event. So on the B2B side and technology, it's a bad practice or not recommended practice that we are like pretty close to deliver or show the quota or the funnel or how much we are forecasting for sales, and like we put like everything sales, press, marketing, and it's just crazy trying to execute a lot of activities. And sometimes this from the other side, it's like we put so many activities for the customer for the first semester, but then for the second, third semester, we disappear completely for the conversation with the customers. So, or prospects. So be sure that you create a strategy that you have eventually different touch across the years, or depending how the decision-making process is on your company, on how long the decision-making takes. And also, something that I don't mention here, sorry, is try to define who will be the people that can be around the decision making for the product that you are selling. I just put an example of the CEO, but we probably need to target the CEO, the CTO. Right now there are about, and this is a statistic from LinkedIn, is that right now there are at least 6-7 people involved in one decision, in the decision making, talking about the B2B. So even that this sounds like kind of complex, with a right approach and right strategy and a right journey and timing, definitively this can be a successful strategy for execute and to bring new possible customers. So the last point that I put here, and I already mentioned, ensure to keep regular communication and interact with them. Don't talk to them only when you want to close your quota, and keep sending relevant information. So LinkedIn must be part of the whole strategy, and also Sales Navigator. I have seen in another companies that sales perception is that LinkedIn must be marketing strategy, but no, both areas have to be sure that they are connected and they build a strategy, and everything is connected. So marketing teams should create campaigns and content that should be created by sales teams, and sales teams needs to be sure and that they give those feedbacks to marketing just in any regular strategy to make this work. Another important thing that comes to my mind right now is that sales teams are not in all the companies, but they are like still skeptical about the results about LinkedIn. So you probably find like some rejection or it will be hard to change their minds because they are not like really thinking that this type of tools works. So this is very, very important because it's a cultural change, and it's not quick to combine sales team that this type of initiatives should work. So we just be careful in there. So as I mentioned before, so to ensure that your LinkedIn campaign networking works, it must be connected to an strategy. This is key. And that everyone knows in their company on the different areas that you're working on that, and ensure that all that information that you are creating, all that content, it's amplified for most of the members of the organization. And then create, as I mentioned before, create a journey, put in black and white in a paper, and imagine what will be the touches that you will be creating, on what will be the communication for that possible prospect, for that possible customer you want to talk with. So if you don't have a marketing area like specifically familiar with this journey, or you don't have these insights about how is the decision maker from the customer side, you can marketing and sales must work together to define exactly what will be the best storytelling and the best journey to approach these possible customers. So again, it's still sorry that I am repetitive, probably on working together with sales and marketing teams. Sales Navigator, LinkedIn cannot be executed without an agreement and a strategy between marketing and sales teams. And I don't know if on other parts of the world, but in marketing, in Latin America, sometimes it's hard to bring together in the initiatives, marketing, and sales teams. Another interesting point or recommendation is create a campaign. When you create a marketing campaign, be sure that you are adding LinkedIn as part of this campaign. When we talk about digital ecosystem, what I see in Mexico and Latin America is not that LinkedIn and Sales Navigator are not necessarily connected to that strategy. So be sure that you connect the LinkedIn and that everyone is clearly understand what is the importance of LinkedIn and Sales Navigator as part of the whole strategy, digital strategy, and business strategy. And the last one is should you motivate your teams, not only the decision makers, or not only the sales and marketing teams must be on this networking. Make or ensure that the other teams are inside these initiatives, because definitely that will help you to arrive to other audiences that you probably don't know that can be a potential for LinkedIn. Okay, so finally, the approach for Latin America is just as simple as define a process. Build your personal branding, create a journey, ensure that you are adding value through this journey. Be sure that you become an advisor, and an important advisor, not a salesperson. Build a relationship in Latin America. It's very, very, very important. When we say build relationship in Latin America, it should be close to become a friend. Someone has asked me from other countries that why we have to become friends for Latin American people or Mexican people when you want to sell. That's because when you build a stretched relationship, we feel more comfortable, and we feel more comfortable about sharing what are the challenges that we are that we are really dealing on the day by day. So events are key in Latin America, and well, going to the last part on this like quick process that I built for this session, it's sale. So if you see, it's not sale at the beginning of the conversation. It's not sale at the beginning of the process, and just be careful, because otherwise, if you try to sell in the very first approach, I'm pretty sure that it will be difficult that someone will accept. It's accepting. I have seen so many people from different parts of the world, and they say, hey, you can pay, like, you reduce your $30 per hour for marketing consultant. So there are so many offers around this. At the beginning, it was like attractive, but now it's like I'm receiving so many offers around this, and low price is for my perception, is not longer a differentiator. So remember that we are in global. Pricings are like a good thing depending of the cost optimization, but as I have been so many approach talking about the cost, so let's try to be like more to define what will be something additional to the pricing. And I think that's a conversation that is somewhere on the table with the sales teams, that let's say the pricing before before that we want to or really put the value of what we are selling with the customer. So this is in Latin America, and I think this probably in different countries. Sorry. So I would like to finish with these two quotes. So don't expect that once our possible customer accept to connect through LinkedIn, will buy. And mainly if you are following a quota of millions of dollars. So why I'm putting this on the table, because we have customers that reach us and say, hey, I need leads and I want to put up an ads on LinkedIn. So how many leads I'm gonna bring? And we are very transparent in that way. It's that it's good to put ads on LinkedIn, but it doesn't mean that someone that is making a huge inversion in, for example, in technology, that it's the business that I am in, don't expect that with one connection, they're gonna say, hey, yes, I have a $2 million. So it could be, but when you previously make the whole process that I share with you. So let's be careful. Again, let's become consultants, not sales, and that will be pretty much more valuable for our possible customers and prospects. And okay, we are like 40 minutes before finish this session. I don't know if someone wants to share anything, any question for the last 3 minutes that we would have, any insights or something.
Yeah, Belen, thank you so much. Very valuable insights about Latin America. And we have some questions, definitely.
Okay.
We do. Yeah, and the first question is about different countries in Latin America. Do we have any specifics on social selling and lead generation, B2B sales maybe in different countries?
Well, actually, for the first approach, I don't think no. The process that I share with you is it's pretty much the same. But for example, I think that Brazil and Colombia and Chile, I think that they are a little bit more advanced on this ecosystem. In Mexico, no, I don't know why, but Chile, Brazil, and Latin America, they are like pretty much advanced on this. So if you're thinking about where will be easier, probably I should recommend those countries. And in Mexico, even there is a huge potential, it won't be as easy probably as the approach that you can have of the conversion. So probably in Mexico, you need to complement with some other type of initiatives, but that would be my recommendation. Probably Peru too. They are more transformed at this point with these technologies.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We also noticed the same, for example, when we work in Chile, we are very responsive on LinkedIn and on WhatsApp, and it's a very, very active work with this audience. But in Mexico, it's a bit different. It's the lower response, for example, on LinkedIn and other platforms. Could you please recommend how to effectively work in Mexico? What's maybe the main channels we should use in this country?
Well, you should make like they will get like something for free, you know, like, hey, I have this free webinar for you. I have a seat. I'm very, very interested on your profile because you are amazing. And mainly with the top levels, they really love this.
So like, compliments and free content, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, right. And what kind of free content do you usually, for example, share with them? Like presentations, ebooks, or videos, or something else?
Yeah, I think it should be videos of probably blogs, but they are related to trends. You know, like the market size for manufacturing represents, I don't know, how many millions dollars. So information that is not easy for them to find. Remember that everyone wants to talk with the decision makers. So every time we have to be smarter to reach on those profiles.
Yeah, definitely. Belen, thank you so much. Yeah, very interesting and insightful presentation. Thank you for your time and for doing this for us.
Yes. Sure.